What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sun and Pop's Culture. I'm Sun,
And I'm Pops.
and this is episode 96.
96. Hit the sticks. I don't know. In the mix. I've used that too many times. Man,
Yeah, you
96.
have.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Wow. 96. We're almost there. We're almost
yeah,
like
to the big leagues.
to a big milestone moment. Oh man.
Yeah,
It's crazy how time has flown. Anyways, so what do we do here at Sun and Pop's Culture?
that's your job.
I know it's my job, but you
Oh,
usually
I thought
ask
you
me.
asked you.
Yeah,
Oh, what do you do? I was waiting. You were
yeah.
talking. I didn't know what you were doing.
What we do here at Southern Pop's Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, uh, anime, a little slice of life. Sometimes you get the whole pie. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Sun and Pops. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Sun and Pop's Culture. There we have highlights and the full videos of the show. So, always feel free to hit us up if you want us to talk about certain something or just want to chat because we love hearing from you guys.
True indeed. We love feedback from our listeners.
Yeah.
I guess we'll start where we always start.
Yes, sir. With this week's drink.
This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want. Because either way,
We
gonna
drink.
drink. What do you have for the people today, buddy?
Today I have the leftovers from what I had of our last episode.
Oh yeah.
So at my Son and Pop's glass,
Oh,
I
brought to us
have
by Simony Cricket. Yeah.
yes, I have Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet still there. Johnny was right. Well, as you know, the seasons are beginning to change, and around here it's apple pie moonshine season. So last night, your mother and I made our first batch of apple pie moonshine. If you can't tell by how I'm speaking, so yep, I've been sipping on it for the last couple hours. So
man,
God bless us. God bless us one and all. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Yeah, that just shows you how this episode's gonna go.
But this, I do sip this because you fuck around and find out. I sip it.
Yeah. You learn from experience.
Yes, true indeed. But I will tell you this, and I'm not tooting my own horn. This is the best batch your mother and I have ever made.
Oh wow, talking a big game.
Well, when I drank it, I thought, man, this is really fucking good. And then your mother was like, babe, this is probably the best we've done. And I was like, I think you're right.
Wow.
So, but last night that led to like me deep diving videos about distilling alcohol and all this shit and getting permits to make moonshine, all this shit. But
you're gonna be moonshiners.
Nah, I'm not. but it's like if I watch a video of something that piques my interest, there's like a line. I don't know what the point is in the video where I'm like, nope, too much work. But it's like I'll be watching it and I'll be interested, and then all of a sudden he'll just like turn a corner and I'm like, oh,
this is a job.
Yeah, they're only halfway through the process. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I just move on to something else. So, but yeah. So we made.
That's where they weed them out.
Yeah, hey, they do. Video. They do. It's like jujitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think you want to learn the fun stuff first, and you find out, oh, this is work.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that was last night's adventure. Was making our batch, and we had a pretty large batch. I already gave out the first jar to your uncle, so
okay.
Yeah.
Now, how much is a jar? Like how?
I mean,
in terms of people and levels of getting drunk, what's a jar gonna get you?
Well, last year we used to give out, I guess, about 16 ounce or you have like your small mason jars or medium size.
I think that is 16.
And then your quarts. Well, we used to give like the 16.
Mm-hmm.
No, we'd give the medium size one. I don't know, whatever it was. And I didn't care. I mean, people could get. I mean, I've known people who would take that, go to a party, and everybody would have like a little bit of it and feel pretty good. And but I never got the jars back. So it was
Oh,
just
yep.
like, and it's not like they're expensive, but it's just like, damn, man, just take all my jars. And because I've been juicing so much, I have an excess of those smaller jars. Like, so we were like, we'll
Yeah,
just,
yeah, those are like 12-ounce, right?
yeah, I think they're like
Yeah.
12. Yeah, they're 12. So I think we ended up making like 20 of them out of one batch, like 20 jars. So I'm like, well, this is perfect for like one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you can sip on that and be good, be real good.
Yeah.
Cause literally like your mom and I were, having some drinks while we were making it. And then when it was done, there was like a little bit left over. We're like, well, we'll finish it ourselves. And we drank it. And I was like, I'm tired. Like, I drank it. I drank it and I was like, I'm ready for bed. And she was like, me too. So
Yeah.
it put us down pretty quick. But it's still good. It's real smooth. You don't even taste the alcohol. So it's nice. And we like to do it in the fall. You know that. Like,
That is a
so,
fall flavored drink.
yep. And I like to let it sit for about 3 weeks so that everything really gels and then I give it away. But I saw your uncle
Yeah.
today. So I gave him a bottle today. But anyways,
Nice.
yeah. So yeah. Yep.
So you want to get into it?
Yeah, I do. I want to chop it up. I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. So this past week, same thing, different day. We did the poll of the week. We asked the fans a question and you guys vote on our Instagram. So this week the question was best Transformers movie. And
Mm,
yeah, very, very high pickings from that
I
franchise.
mean, there have been 7 of them, I think.
I
At
think
least 6.
at least 6.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
might
I
not have
think
been
there has
cool.
been 7.
Yeah.
So out of the options, they were Transformers, Bumblebee, the Transformers the movie, the 80s movie, and Transformers Rise of the Beast, which is the latest live action movie that they did.
Oh, the Beast one was you know which one I forgot about
Yeah.
was the medieval one.
The Last Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally.
I forgot about that one too with Mark.
Yeah.
Wait, is that medieval? Because Mark Wahlberg's in that one.
Isn't it called like Last Night? I guess
The
it was
Last
like
Night.
when
Yeah.
you find out that they are around our medieval times or some shit.
Oh
So
yeah, like King Arthur type stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
some what? That would have
Yeah.
changed the whole course of the world. But anyways, um, so who won? Who won?
So taking the lead at 54% was Transformers from 2007. The movie that kickstarted it off, Michael Bay's.
Yeah.
And 23% was
Hmm.
Bumblebee.
Mm-hmm. Which is probably a superior movie. Well, I don't know. Go ahead.
It's two very different types of movies, but depends on your mood, I guess, your taste too. And then 15%, the Transformers, the movie, the cartoon.
Yes. Oh,
It
that's
got third.
right. I see. I messed up.
And then last place was Rise of the Beast with
Mm.
8%.
Mm. You talk about a franchise that won't die. Transformers have been around since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think 84, maybe 83, 84. I mean, I'm talking, but I was bombarded with Voltron, G.I. Joe, and Transformers like all in the same year. It was amazing. He-Man, like all at the
Yeah.
same time. That was my childhood.
They're all trying to sell you the toys.
And
That's why.
hey, and now they're just trying to make me go to movies, and I don't even know. It's just they won't
Yeah.
go away, and I'm glad. I'm glad for it. But yeah, huh? So I guess we'll talk about you want to talk about our culture class cinema?
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what your
That
pick
was
was
the
for me for
film.
this. Yeah, the film for me
Yeah.
this week. For our newest segment is culture class cinema. It's where every week, every week one of us picks a movie for the other one to watch, and that movie has to have some type of significance to us. Like, and that sums it up pretty well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why it
And
was important to our generation.
yeah. And of course, the first week I picked Police Academy, and then you hit me with Transformers, and boy, I tell you, your mom said your mom said Transformers, and I said, yeah, Transformers. She's like, I wonder why I picked Transformers, and I was like, I don't know. I said, but I'm going to try to watch it with a 7-year-old's eyes. I said, because I think he actually forgets that I took him to see Transformers.
No, I don't forget.
You don't?
I remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So
remember I saw it in
I
theaters.
already suffered through it once. So
you mean
so I sat down today after breakfast your mom was like, I'm gonna read my book. You should watch your movie. And I said, okay, I will. And I pressed play. Would you like my review?
Yeah.
I wrote down notes.
Oh man, serious. You wrote down notes for Transformers.
Yeah. First of all, let me start by saying I fucking love the movie.
Oh, you? Okay, I was gonna hold my breath.
I looked at your mother like halfway through. She said, "How is it?" I said, "Honestly, I'm enjoying this more now than I did the first time I watched it." And she said, "Really?" And I went, "Yeah," because I've never watched it again. So
yeah,
I'm watching it, and I'm like time stamping stuff. Like this movie's okay. I'm 45 minutes in. This is still good. Like I'm like, and it is what it is.
mm-hmm.
But I say that lightly, like, because a lot of movies I give them some slack. I cut them slack because I'm like, oh, it is what it is. It's just. But I'm watching this movie like, no, I'm just enjoying this. Like I'm like, was it LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf.
I'm like Shia LaBeouf. I'm like, wow, was so underrated. He's funny. He's good.
Yeah.
Megan Fox. Now, 2007, this movie comes out. I was in my early 30s. Now I'm in my late 40s. I'm watching this movie. I'm like, Megan Fox is a baby. Me and my friends were creeps. Like that's literally what I'm thinking while I'm watching this movie. Like I was like,
funny
wow.
You say that because I rewatched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, both of them were so young. And
so
Megan
young.
Fox too. Even me, I'm like, she looks so young.
Yeah, but no, like, yeah, because I was watching it and I was like, I remember like extended conversations with like Anthony and Sergi and
Don't
Shane.
call him out.
I
man.
will. Oh, I will. And we would just, I'm not saying nothing reckless.
Creeps.
I'm not saying nothing reckless. And they're not creeps, but it was crazy. But we were younger. So, but now it's so obvious that I was like, wow, she was young, like super young. So it was just like funny. So I immediately like, wasn't like, oh my God, there's Megan Fox. I was like, oh, Megan Fox, she's a kid. So anyways, but look, when I got to 56 minutes and 31 seconds in that movie, and Bumblebee had just beat up that Decepticon, and Shia LaBeouf looked at her and said, 50 years from now, when you're looking back at your life, don't you want to be able to say you had the guts to get in that car? I said, oh shit. Like I was like, this movie's good. And then they got in the car, and then you had to call back later before the big battle, when she runs up to him and she's like, no matter what happens, I'll never regret getting in that car. And I was like, oh, this movie. I was just like, I mean, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to cry, but I was like, you know what I mean? I super enjoyed it. Like just even from the beginning when Bernie Mac showed up as a car dealership, as a car salesman,
he was good.
He was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, Bernie Mac's so funny. And just so much of
it. Like, mommy.
Yeah. He said, Bobby B, Bobby Validia, call me Uncle B, Uncle Bobby B. So this dude is funny, man. But just it made me laugh because I was like, oh my gosh, this movie is pre-smartphones. So some stuff that was happening, I was like, oh wow, like that's funny because this movie was pre-smartphones. Yeah. Like, and I was really concerned because as I was watching it, I remembered, oh, I did enjoy this movie. And then there's a point where I stopped. And it got to that point again. And I was like, oh, here it is. And I was like, okay, I'm not hating this. I still could have done without it, but I didn't hate it. It didn't ruin the rest of the movie for me. Like when the scene is when they're at Shia LaBeouf's house and they're trying to hide from the parents. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I remember it was kind of slapsticky, and I remember talking about it when I saw it originally and hating it, and everybody my age hated it because basically it was Prime not being cool. Yeah. Basically what it boiled down to was like we were all like there taking our kids out of nostalgia, but we were going regardless. You know what I mean? So it was like, that's not Prime. That's not my Prime. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now it's like, I get it. It was fine. And it all worked. And even the Secret Seven or whatever, the John Turturro's like spy group that he ran, I hated them in the first one, and they didn't bother me as much. And I actually thought, wow, John Turturro could play this goofball but then he can play like Falcone and Batman and pull it off.
Yeah, he's a
Like
good character
he's a
actor.
good character actor. So all in all, bud, yeah, Transformers. How about that? I really enjoyed it. Huh, I mean, yeah, I really can't say for what it is. It's Michael Bay. I mean, there's some plot holes, but of course there's plot holes.
Yeah,
And
it's a movie
yeah,
about Transformers.
yeah, it's Transformers.
Yeah.
But like it would make me laugh when they would be sneaking around. I'm like, you're 40-foot tall robots
Yeah.
hiding on top of the Griffin's Conservatory. I was like, I saw that scene and was like,
Yeah.
what? Because once you know, like you've been there, people look at that place.
No, you can see it outside.
You can see it
on the hilltop.
Yeah,
You can literally see.
yeah.
You
There
have
is
a million
no
people looking at the hill
there was no
at any given
hiding
moment.
on the Griffin's Conservatory ever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is funny.
Because isn't that? Well, isn't them ending? It's pretty memey now because it ends with Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Optimus giving that speech,
That
and then it just bam, like hits you with Linkin Park.
I don't even know the song. Yeah. Oh wow. But even that though, I was like, when he was laying on Bumblebee, and then she was laying on him, and then she finally kissed him, and it panned out, and I said, I feel like that might be like one of those like Hollywood moments that people will always remember, like the upside down kiss in Spider-Man with Mary Jane and Peter.
Okay.
Like, you know, there's certain moments in movies I think people will always, and I feel like if you flash that scene to someone in 20 years ago, oh, that's Transformers. You know, I really do. Like I was looking at it like, I feel like that's pretty iconic, but that's just me. But so yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean,
it was a product of its time.
Yeah, I feel like now what's the okay, so that you why so tell me, why did you choose that movie for my first movie?
One, you know, it's just Michael Bay Transformers. They get a bad rap. You know.
Yes, they do. They do.
But I just wanted to see how it held up, honestly, because as a kid, you know, like you said, I went to see the first one.
Yeah.
I saw the other two in theaters, but then by the time Age of Extinction came out, I was like, I was on the bandwagon of these movies are dumb. These movies are terrible. Explosions after explosion. But I do remember liking the first one. So I just wanted to honestly see what your opinion was all this time after, especially because I said it last episode.
Yeah.
This is a movie where my generation enjoyed in this franchise. My generation now loves Transformers, right? And then 30 years ago, it was introduced to you guys.
Yeah, true indeed. Yeah.
And one thing with this movie is it brought, honestly, it probably made Transformers more popular than ever.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, love him or hate him, Michael Bay was able to do that.
And he banged out the bulk of those movies, you know that. I checked IMDb. He
3 out of 5 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy. 4 out of 5. Yeah, he stayed with the franchise.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to like, I don't want to say introducing it to somebody else, but I think it has legs. I think like your little cuz Kyra will watch it and think this is dope. You know what I mean? Because I never liked the Decepticons designs ever. I get like a Zack Snyder feel from them.
Yeah.
but
like I said, product of its time.
Yeah, but I still dig the way the Autobots look. You know what I mean? So like, I guess the thing with the Decepticons is like Starscream, Megatron, they never bothered to like actually adapt to like Earth. They just stayed the same.
Yeah.
So they look like weird. They just look weird.
Alienistic.
They look alien. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say the effects still hold up for being as old as it was.
I noticed that too. They really did. Yeah.
They really do a good job. I mean, sometimes it looks a little,
but not
outdated,
bad.
But not like
not real bad.
Yeah,
no.
you're never like, oh, this is bad.
Well, when I was watching it, I thought to myself, because like I said, 56 minutes, 31 seconds. That's the first time you see Bumblebee. And you're only seeing
transform. It takes that long. Wow.
Yeah, and then you don't get to Prime for another probably 10 minutes later. But but you don't get Megatron until the last 40 minutes of the movie, and the movie's 2.5 hours long.
It is a longer movie. Yeah.
Like there was a point where I was like, holy shit, They haven't even introduced the bad guy yet. They've said his name, but we still haven't seen Megatron yet. Megatron's still frozen,
Yeah.
you know? So I was like, all in all, I think Michael Bay, but I think didn't Spielberg produce it? The first
He
one?
was
I'm pretty
probably
sure.
like an executive
I think
producer.
he had
Yeah,
his
he was
hand in.
attached to it,
So I
but
think,
he didn't do anything.
well, I'm just saying, Michael
He had the
Bay,
money.
I think Michael Bay managed to like tell a cohesive story,
Mhm.
because some of these movies we watch, they get to be a hot mess, but it wasn't, it wasn't a hot mess. Like I said, I enjoyed it, you
Yeah,
know.
one interesting thing is, obviously, this was made in 2007, and the enemy infiltrates the American government and whatnot. It has a post 9/11 feel to it.
True indeed. True indeed. Didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Transformers is a little more deep than you think.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
it's very pro-America too, with the
Oh yeah.
government guys and stuff.
Oh yeah. And the fact that they got W as the president, George W. Bush was the
Oh,
president.
yeah, yeah.
When they do the scene when he asked her for a ding dong, that shit was hilarious.
That was
I was
funny.
like, fucking W, man. Oh my gosh. I forgot those days. Me and Dave
Mhm.
were probably like irate with that scene. Like, see? That's what I mean. Now I'd be like, please come back,
I
W.
was
Please come back.
oh, man, I miss him.
But yeah, so yeah, that was my take on Transformers. I'd give it 3.5 stars. I would. Not
Wow.
bad. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon.
I am
Not bad.
surprised.
Yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
that. I'm
No.
surprised. I
I really.
don't disagree with you.
Yeah. No, I really didn't hate it. I just was like, oh wow. Yeah. Straight up. Now you're not gonna make me watch the second one because I still believe that they go downhill from here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Do you have a culture clash movie for me for next
Um.
episode?
Yes, I would like for you to watch The Last Dragon if you can find it.
The Last Dragon. Oh, is that with Kevin? Not.
Don't lose your black card, buddy.
No, 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 no. The last. Oh, the Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, the not Bruce Lee movie, but the Black Kung Fu movie. When I
Oh,
say who's the master, you say show enough. That's what I'm talking about, bud.
I do
Oh,
know this movie now.
yeah. Why are you saying it like that? The movie changed my life. Why are you saying it like that, bud? Oh my, you were like, you're, you're gonna be like, why do you keep making me watch these jacked up 80s movies?
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking at pictures of it.
yeah.
So
Oh
I was
yeah.
thinking of the Bruce Lee story movie.
Oh, that's Dragon, the Bruce Lee
Yeah,
story. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Last Dragon.
yeah. Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. That's the actual title. So
Hmm.
Barry Gordy, the founder of Motown Records.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, he decided to make a movie. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Mhm.
Next episode, The
Yeah.
Last Dragon.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. Direct your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza. All right. Anyways, you saw a movie this week.
Yeah, I saw the latest Transformers movie, Transformers 1.
Tell me about it, buddy.
Okay, yeah, it's animated, for
True
those of you
indeed.
who don't know. And I
Mm-hmm.
will say, I saw the trailer for this months ago, and I thought to myself, "That looks like trash. That
Did
is a
you
cash
really?
grab." Yeah,
Wow.
I was like, "This is just a cash grab," because I saw the cast. I was like, "Why are they casting these celebrities to voice them?" I was like,
Right.
they're just milking this,
Mm.
from the money." And it was
Okay.
animated too. I didn't like the designs and whatnot. I was just like, it just didn't look funny. It looked like very childish to me. I was like,
Mm.
okay, the kids are gonna have that one. That's fair. So I just thought they weren't trying.
Okay. Okay.
But then I heard some decent buzz about it, and I was like, no. I was like, this
Really?
movie, yeah. I was like, this movie is like good. So I was like, let me see this. And I went in, and I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told you, I think you should go check it out, since
Yeah.
now you have a new found love for it, a reignited love.
Reignited.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and, it was yeah, I was just wrong. It was a great action adventure movie. It
Really?
and yeah, it was good 'cause, I guess I should say the premise, right? The
Yeah.
premise, it's the origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron,
That's deep.
and yeah, yeah, it shows their origin. They were friends, and it
Hmm.
was like a
Yeah.
buddy adventure story, and then by the end of it, they're Optimus Prime and Megatron,
Man.
and, I don't know the whole lore of Cybertron and whatnot. I know they
Hmm.
changed some stuff for this story, but I was digging it. What they were showing me and telling me, I was like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
this makes sense."
Yeah.
But basically, in this movie, Optimus Prime and Megatron are just transform. They can't transform.
Yeah.
They're corgless robots, and
They're
they're just
what?
miners. They call them corgs, like they're
Korg.
Korg. Yeah,
Okay.
Korg.
Okay. Okay.
That's the things that they use to transform.
Okay.
They don't have one. They're just miners, and they mine the energon on
Hmm.
Cybertron that powers the planet.
Hmm.
That's their role in society. But Optimus Prime, his name isn't even that. It's
Yeah.
something. It's something
Hmm.
basic. And Megatron's like D17 or something.
Hmm.
And Optimus is like, I want to be something more. Yada yada yada. Some
More than
stuff.
meets the eye.
Yeah. Yeah. um.
Yeah.
Anyway, they end up going on this adventure to the surface to basically find the thing to save the planet, right? Because they think they have a signal. And
Okay.
like I said, it's this adventure comedy, but some stuff happens, and throughout the film you see the rift between Optimus and Megatron start to happen, and then by
Yeah.
the end of it, they're enemies.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was well done, like seeing Megatron become evil, and
Yeah.
he's voiced by Bryson, the guy
Earl.
in Atlanta,
Not
er,
Earn.
Al,
Paperboy. Ow. Yeah. Ow.
Paperboy Al. I
Yeah.
forget his
Yeah.
real
I
name.
always forget his name too.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
he did a good job.
Wow. He's
Just hearing
Megatron.
him, yeah, he's
Yeah.
Megatron, and just hearing his voice, I was like, yeah, he's even a good voice actor. Just like the
Yeah. He's
emotion you
good. Yeah.
hear,
He's good.
he's
Yeah.
just good.
That
And
boy got talent.
Optimus Prime is Chris
Hemsworth, right?
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did a decent job. Like,
Yeah.
Optimus Prime's voice is so iconic.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear anything else than Peter Cullen. You
Brian
know.
Tyree Henry. Yeah.
Brian Tyree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I butchered that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he voiced Megatron. Chris Hemsworth is Optimus Prime. They did a good job. Like the whole voice cast did a good job. Like they weren't just doing it for the money. Like they were good, and they were present. Um, but yeah, seeing the rift between Megatron and Optimus Prime is cool. And this third
Mhm.
act is when I really enjoyed it. Like I actually enjoyed it throughout the movie. There's
Right.
laughs. It got me some laughs. And, it had some good action sequences. And it was just overall telling an enjoyable story. But by the third act, there's a lot of moments where I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's tough. Oh, that's pretty
Wow.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of moments. I was like, yeah, that was cool. That was
All
well
right.
done. That was emotional.
I read like 4 lines of a review, and all it said was putting the Transformers back in the animated world was the best thing they could have done. Like that's the only part
Yeah.
like that's where they shine
Mm-hmm.
in actual animation. And I was like, oh, we've talked about that. How some things are definitely better formatted for animation
Yeah.
instead of CGI.
And this, they definitely use animation to like
Yeah.
better tell the story. There's just some stuff you can't do in
Yeah.
live action.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, there's some cool action sequences that just they're only able to do it because it was animated.
Right. Right.
And it was
Well,
well done. It was well done.
well, I'm going to try to check it out next Tuesday with your cousin Cairo.
Yeah.
The 5-year-old.
I think you'll love it. Like obviously
Yeah.
this is a kids movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it does have story beats and stuff for adults to like too.
Okay.
But
Okay.
by the end of the day, it is a kids movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I definitely
Yeah.
check it out. I mean, I'm all, I like how in like even the one I just watched after Prime, beats Megatron, he's like, I'm sorry I had to do that, brother.
Mhm.
And even back when I was a kid in the show, they would hint at their past relationship. You know what I mean? Their past friendship, and I always thought that was a cool element of
Yeah.
Prime and Megatron. And so I have a question though, and it's a real question.
Okay.
What does Megatron turn into?
Mm. Well, there's 2 transformations in this,
Oh,
right? But his first one is, like a tank, yeah, it's a tank with the
okay.
gun.
With the gun. Okay.
There is a cool moment because he has the gun, right, in the
Yeah.
cartoon. There's a good
Yes.
rev there's a good reveal when it's like you see that gun for the first time
Okay.
on his arm.
That's okay. I'll
That
take
was well
that.
done. Like, there's some moments I was like, "Ooh,"
Yeah,
right?
because the fact that they had to do away with the idea of Megatron as the handgun.
Uh,
I get why they
oh,
did
just
it.
the handgun.
Yeah, but because his
Yeah.
design was so badass, like in the
Mhm.
cartoon, he had that big ass cannon. He'd be like, poof,
No, he has that in this.
yeah,
He
that's
has
what
the
you.
cannon in this, yeah.
But he transforms into
Like a
whatever he
tank,
Yeah, but
with
in
a
the
big
cartoon,
gun on
he just transformed into a handgun.
it.
Like you never knew that
I knew it was something basics,
he would turn into I forget what
and
type
he
of
would
gun
just
it was.
float.
No, somebody would shoot him. Like so, he
Oh,
transformed,
he
and
needed someone?
this is what's so crazy. He hated Starscream,
Yeah.
but he would transform and it would usually be Starscream or it'd be like Soundwave that would shoot him. But even as a handgun, he would still shoot that thing like it was a cannon. It would still be like boom,
Okay.
boom. Like if you got shot by Megatron, either way, you were probably gonna go down. You know.
Mhm.
So Megatron's character design, yeah, he was a G. Now the toy itself never looked cool to me. Never. Because his legs were like the handles of the gun. It just didn't work. But
Yeah.
on TV, it looked
It
cool.
was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it looked cool in here, I think. And
Yeah,
he wasn't just a handgun.
yeah, Megatron. Woo, that's a name for you, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll definitely check it out. Definitely.
Yeah, I give it 3.5 stars.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds respectable. Sounds respectable.
Yeah, it's worth checking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I guess moving forward, there are a few new shows that started this week. Correct, Amanda?
Yes, that is
Um.
correct.
Um. Agatha, all along, started on premiered on Disney Plus.
Mhm.
It's what? What do we call this? It's the
It's a spinoff of
the the
WandaVision.
the long awaited spinoff of WandaVision, the next chapter in the MCU, starring my sweetie pie Catherine Hahn. All I'm going to say is for one episode and 3/4 of the other one, I did not care at all, and then it started to pique my interest.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it, but like I told Sergi, I said 10 minutes in to the first episode, I'm like, I see what you're doing. Please don't do this the whole episode.
Yeah.
Like that was my whole thing. Like spoilers, people. If you haven't seen WandaVision, just go get familiar, I guess. So I mean, as soon as it started, I'm like, obviously she's like trapped in a curse still, and it's still like a TV show,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But we all know that, and I just wanted them to get through it. Like, will she just wake up? Like,
Mhm.
please just wake her up. And they actually spent the whole first episode waking her up, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But it wasn't like it wasn't well done. I just didn't think it was necessary. Um,
That's funny because I actually liked how they did
really?
like, I think it took too long for her to wake up, but I like how they did the whole parody thing of a crime show
It was
to
100%
keep in the same spirit of
of
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Well, no, I'm just saying I saw what they were doing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I saw it too.
I just wish they would have.
Took
Yeah,
faster to do it.
let's get through it. You don't have to do
Yeah,
the whole
because
episode.
it
Yeah,
did take,
the bulk.
90% of the episode.
Yeah, it was the bulk of the episode.
Yeah.
Like lingering in a joke that we already got. Like
Yeah,
I
and
was
it was
just
3
like,
years later too.
yeah, I was like, okay, I get it. This is like watching SVU really bad. Like, I mean,
Yeah, that
she,
was another thing too, because I was
yeah,
like, "Okay, this is supposed to be" a knock on cop
Yeah.
shows, but I was
Yeah.
like, some of the comedy bits just
Yeah.
weren't hitting. I because I
They
feel like
weren't.
the other characters weren't
Yeah.
also doing that. It was just
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn.
It was just her. Yeah. Yeah.
That's her
Which
name,
might have
right?
been how
Is
they
that her name?
wanted to be. Yeah, Catherine Hahn.
Yeah.
Which that may have been what they wanted from her. I don't know. But
Mhm.
I just was like, can we just go? So when we finally got through it and she came back into her own, I like that. I did. And then like her gathering her team, I was like, okay. But I don't know, for
See,
some
I didn't
reason.
see episode 2 yet.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
mean,
Then
I don't
well
she needs a team to get her powers back, is that what?
well, she's yeah, something like that. But
Okay.
by the end of the second episode, not that something monumental happened, but I was like, yep, I'm gonna watch this to the end. Like I was like,
Hmm.
I decided, yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. Cause I wasn't sure, you know. But then I was like, huh, I want to see where this is going. And it wasn't like a what is the next step in the MCU? I don't give a shit at this point. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to see where her story goes. I'm like, huh, let's see what happens.
I
You
think
know?
that's what's best for the show, like, don't
Yeah. Just
like,
let it.
no like, the people that are gonna watch this show
Yeah.
are very few.
I mean,
So
it's fun. Yeah, that's a shame, but you're right.
yeah,
Unless
just tell your own story, you know,
unless there
like
ends up being some massive twist, and then that'll be the
Mephisto.
whole. What they're already starting that shit again, bud.
Mephisto and
They're
Agatha.
already they're already starting that. They're already saying. I'm like, it's been 2 episodes, and I think Mephisto might have. I'm like, oh my
He's
gosh, like
coming. He's
I'm
coming.
like I'm like that is all you guys are worried about.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna check it out. But the one I really wanted to watch and I didn't have time was what? The Penguin.
Penguin. You did that wait, you took the time to watch WandaVision, but not Penguin.
I wanted to watch the one I didn't really want to watch, so I'd make sure I'd watch it because I'm here for the listeners. I'm like, because we always talk about stuff we ain't worried about, and then we can't give a proper review because we're like, I ain't watching that bullshit. So I watched it because I was
Oh
like, if
my
I don't,
gosh, put that
so
on the back burner.
no,
Watch the
I
Penguin.
put that in the front because I knew you was gonna watch the Penguin, so I knew you'd come at me with the money review.
Man.
So
Okay.
so
Oh man.
talk to me, baby. What's up?
Before I go to Penguin, I will say with Agatha, but just by episode 1, already better than Echo. Already better than
Wow,
Secret Invasion.
Echo was that bad.
Echo was
Wow.
I didn't even finish Echo.
Wow.
Echo, I like, it can't believe that was a Marvel project. It just was a mess. And then
Yeah.
Secret Invasion, we know how that was. So,
And I fought for that show too for like 5 episodes. I did.
yeah, that show was
Yeah, it was garbage. It was
garbage.
garbage. It
But
was garbage.
anyway, Agatha's already better than that, in my opinion, by 1 episode.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, so the Penguin. The Penguin, it's a new show on Max. It's the show based on the Penguin character in Matt Reeves' The Batman, which was the 2022 movie that we got
Yep.
with,
Yep.
you know, Robert Pattinson and whatnot. So it's based in that setting, that world. It just started, episode 1. Episode 2 will be next week, next Sunday. So I watched the first episode, and yeah, I'm gonna be sticking through it very
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, check it out. It's they established the tone very quickly, you know. It's gonna be it's a crime show, obviously. It's about him taking over the underworld. But even if you didn't watch the Batman people, you can watch this. Like, you know, it's like it's a mobster show. It is you don't need to know it.
Yeah.
Just with the first minute of the show, they recap how the Batman ended through like news footage and whatnot. Like it's not a superhero show. It's a crime show. It's suspenseful. There's a lot of moments in this I was just like, "Oh, this is tense." Just not with what the actions that were happening, but just a dialogue between 2 characters. Like, I know you know something's up, and I
Yeah.
can't show you that I know, you know,
Mm,
just that stuff.
yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
well done.
Hey, well, my main man Matt Sergi said it was Gotham meets The Sopranos, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I don't
that,
wanna say Sopranos, but yeah, it is like that.
yeah, that's high praise.
Mhm.
You know,
And Colin Farrell, man.
he's doing his
That
thing.
Irishman.
That Irishman.
With some city act. I don't even know what accent
Yeah,
he's doing,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
me like I'm like this guy exists in Jersey right now, walking down
Yeah,
the street.
right, right, right. Eating the Italian hoagie.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he does his thing. I will be surprised if he doesn't get an Emmy nod next year.
Really?
Yeah, he's good.
Wow.
He's good.
Well, I mean, he always was good, but this is like, I feel like he was one of those actors who, as he aged, and they stopped trying to make him like a pretty boy, you got to see
Mhm.
how actually good he is. You know what I
I
mean?
agree. Yeah.
Because he's good. He's good. He's not over there trying to look cool and whatever. He's just good. You
Mhm.
know? Because some actors are cursed with good looks. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like it's actually
Yeah,
like
the
they're like
older he
not.
got, he
Yeah, the more rugged
get
he,
older.
the more weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just he became like a better actor, or just was more acknowledged as a better actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good
So
in this, and,
yeah.
like, a first episode gets you hooked.
All right.
Just
Yeah, I'll probably watch that tomorrow night. To be honest with you.
yeah.
So yeah.
It's a good one. That's the first scene, you know?
Really. Mm,
Yeah, just it's a longer scene, like, by the time the first scene ends, you're like,
yeah.
"Oh, how's he get out of this?"
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The Iceberg Lounge. Yeah.
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 So I'm excited to see
I
where that
have.
goes. And I watched that right after the first episode of Agatha.
Oh, I'm sure the tonal shift was like ridiculous.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was funny. It's funny seeing the difference between DC shows and Marvel
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have a question though. One question: is it pre or post the Batman?
It's post. I just
It
told
is
you
post.
that.
You did say that.
I
When did you
said it
say that?
starts with the recap of the Batman.
Oh wow, I must have missed that. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's moonshine. Okay. All right. Good. 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 Okay. I was just making sure. Okay.
But
Yeah.
you
I'm
don't
definitely.
need it honestly, like, if you don't even need to, because I was trying to rewatch the Batman just to
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. But you
But
don't
no,
need it.
the first minute is just them being like, the Riddler destroying the water
Mm.
walls of Gotham, and you're like, okay, this is the
The
tone.
levies. Yeah.
People are acting crazy in Gotham. What's new?
So they're gonna basically set the stage for how the Penguin becomes the Penguin, the actual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. I'm digging it. I'll definitely check it out. Definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely. So yeah, Big Penguin people, check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah,
Agatha
and
all along. Just check it out.
like
Yeah.
if you like Marvel,
Yeah. Check it out.
check it out.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I thought to myself, two shows when they announced them, two shows that no one asked for,
Right. Right.
and you're seeing the difference between which ones
Yeah.
people care more about.
Yeah. One was like, "Hey, they didn't even ask for this, so we better make it bomb."
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was like, "Oh, I mean,
They
maybe
didn't
don't
ask
like
for
it."
this, but we know they're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we're never gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you said, like about Colin Farrell with an Emmy nomination, do you want to segue into the Emmy Awards and this past
Sure.
year?
Yeah,
This,
2024 Emmy
yeah,
Awards were last week. You guys saw some of her reactions.
yeah, we gave you like some live reactions as it was
Mhm.
happening. So yeah, um, basically the biggest surprise for most people was that The Bear did not win the Emmy for Best Comedy.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts on that, bud?
Two thoughts. One, I'm surprised it didn't win that because it broke a record for most comedy wins in a season this year,
Yeah,
which it was its own record that it broke
yeah.
from last year.
So I got like every major award
Yeah,
except Best Show.
besides, yeah, I won 11
Yeah,
awards.
yeah,
So I'm
but
just surprised it won. It didn't
yeah.
win
Mm-hmm.
Best Comedy. Like you said, I think this was some bias towards the third season, even though these awards were for the second season, just based on the timing it came out. But people most recently watched the third season. So some people
Mm-hmm.
loved it. A lot of people had mixed opinions on it. So they didn't give him the win. They didn't give
Yeah,
him the big win.
yeah, and there's still the argument from a lot of people that The Bear isn't a comedy, and
It's
I'm
not. It
like,
shouldn't be in this category. Dad,
so
it should not be in this
I'm
category.
just saying, but it's in it, so
It
it's like,
is. So that's the biggest joke. It's like, why is it like it's a
yeah,
drama with some comedic bits.
True.
But you're
I
telling me
agree.
this is Abbott Elementary?
Yeah, right.
That's what it's
Yeah,
up against.
Abbott. That's a comedy.
Yeah. But Succession is also a drama with funny bits in it. That's the Bear is closer to the
The Succession.
Succession. the so that's my beef with it. That doesn't make sense to me, but hey, here we are.
Here we are. It was just interesting because it's just like you said, like a lot of people I think voted this season. They voted this year based on this season, but the Emmys were actually based on last season, which you clarified for that for me last year. Like so, but it's just amazing that happens. But we'll see. I will say this. Now I remember hearing about Hacks. Now I guess I better watch Hacks because it must be a good show. But you know what's funny? Wasn't Barry considered to be a comedy as well?
Yeah, same situation. Yeah,
And it
like the Bear.
clearly wasn't a comedy.
No.
Like it was
It's like a tale about depression.
Yeah, it's like even if you want to call it a dark comedy, it wasn't. It was like, no, this just isn't a comedy anymore. This is just, so yeah, I don't know. But still the show did pretty well. Io didn't win though, which is crazy.
No, she was like the only acting award that didn't win for that show.
And I'm sure she'll make 1,000 jokes about it in interviews because that's just her personality about how she's the only one that didn't win.
Yeah. But another big show that won basically everything was Shogun. Record breaking. 18 wins.
18 wins. And they had what, 22 something, I think?
Something crazy.
22 nominations and they all with 18.
Yeah, which is best Emmy record.
Yeah, I mean, and people, we have said this to you multiple times. You need to understand why that's so amazing. They did not speak English in that show. Like this was an American
80% of it.
Yes, and 80% of the show was in Japanese.
Yeah.
Like subtitle. Like
yeah, that's unheard of. That's never been done, actually.
No, it's never been done. Never been done. Not in America.
Yeah.
Like, no. And we were sucked. Like when it hit me, I don't even think it was episode 1 where it hit me. I was like, wait, they aren't even speaking English on this show. Like you just got immersed, and it was just compelling. And first
Japanese actor / second ever Asian actor to win for best acting.
Yeah.
And first Asian actress to win for that category, for best actress, best lead actress. So
yeah,
pretty big deal.
Yeah, you guys are welcome.
How good it was.
Yeah, have we recommended a show for our listeners for a while? We only do it. I mean,
we just did the Penguin.
Yeah, the Penguin. That's true. The Penguin. We only really say watch it when we want it to blow up because we gotta use our powers for good. We don't want to blow everything up.
You can't be saying like.
Yeah. So
watch Jeffrey up the street or something.
Yeah. We put the Sun and Pop stamp on it. You know it's real. You know it's real. You gonna like it. So yeah. But yeah. Congratulations to Shogun and congratulations to the Bear. Two great shows. It's crazy though because Reservation Dogs, they had some nominations, and I loved that show, but I just knew they weren't going to beat the big dogs. But it was nice to see them get recognized.
And that's one of those shows where it's like, yeah, you're just happy they got that recognition.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously weren't going to win.
No, but they were.
Just the fact they were up there.
Yeah. I was happy to see it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, basically of the winners, I think the only show I hadn't watched was Hacks and that Wild Palms or whatever it was called, or South Palm or something, West Palm. I think it was West Palm.
Okay.
But and saying that, people, I don't watch a lot of television, so I was like, oh, that's cool. The shows that I watch actually ended up being good shows. So I was happy.
I will give the Emmys with that. Like most of the shows they nominate, they're popular. Not like the Oscars. It's like, when did that come out?
Yeah, you're like, what? Why women talking? The best review I heard of Women Talking after the Academy Award was your Aunt Sarah said, yeah, I watched Women Talking. I said, what is it? She's like, Women Talking. I was like, shut up. She said, no.
Well, what else did you expect?
I just started laughing. She was like, it's women talking.
I read the premise of that. And
I was like, oh, wow. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Hollywood and women, that new movie with, Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney and what's her name? Victoria Brown, is that her name? The girl that's playing Susan Storm.
Oh yeah, with
Their
the
new
guy
movie.
and with the guy from Captain America.
Eden. Their new movie Eden.
Okay.
Wait, it came out. It follows a group of women fueled by a profound desire for change. They turn their backs on society. Well, I guess there's some. It's Vanessa Kirby, Anna De Armas, and Sydney Sweeney. Apparently, there's a rumor out now that there's a threesome that takes place in this movie, and I was like, "There's no way." And
Ron Howard ain't directing such a thing.
No, Ron Howard's not directing it.
Yes, he did.
Wait, he did.
Eden.
Oh my!
Yes, he
did.
Yeah,
oh wow. Well, they're saying there's a threesome.
He's never.
It might be a joke, but
Ron Howard.
you're telling me. Yeah,
he ain't capable of that.
He ain't.
He'll
be
can't
like,
handle all that.
He'll be like, I don't know what's happening right now. But cut.
They keep going.
He's like, anybody else hot? Anybody else hot in here? But the memes for this rumor threesome are just hilarious. It's like, your classic like Spider-Man holding a bus back face. Like they're just absurd. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was crying when I saw
generating buzz. So.
I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, when that was as bad as when they did Oppenheimer's, people were like, there's a 15-minute love scene.
Oh yeah, that was straight. I was
like a 15.
That was so false. And then when the quote unquote love scene happened, I was like, how is this different from any other ever film?
Yeah, ever. 15 minutes. I was like,
that's why I bought my ticket. I walked out the theater.
Yeah, you were like, I'm out. You were like, I'm out.
Oppenheimer sucks.
That movie sucks, man. That movie sucks. It's all this black and white stuff. Weird. Yeah. Oh my god.
You said RDJ was in it. Where was he?
I didn't see him. Some old guy, glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's funny.
I didn't know about that though. I've seen like pictures of there's a picture of Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney with the guy in the middle from Captain America.
Yeah.
And he's just smiling.
Captain Marvel.
He's Captain America, Zemo, the villain.
Oh, Zemo's in that?
Yeah, this is the picture I'm talking about.
Okay.
They're on both of his sides, and Zemo's in the middle, and people just zoom in on the smile on his face. So like, this man doesn't know how lucky he is.
Oh, he knows. Yeah, that I mean, I think it might have come out, and I just somehow missed it. I don't know. Yeah,
It probably came out for its festival run.
You're right. But Anna, man, that's my girl. But she will find a way to get naked in any movie she's in. So she'll probably
in a lot of good movies.
She might find a way to finagle some weird love scene into this. They'll be like, you're going to get like it'll have nothing to do with it, and she'll end up naked.
That's not her. That's
the directors.
The people being like making the movie.
That's true. That is true. You're true. Touche. But
it's not her being like, "Oh, I want to do this." So you gonna do this?
They're like, "You gonna do it?" That's worse, but that sounds worse.
But that's what happens.
Yeah, true. But so yeah, I'll get around to watching that with or without the crazy love scene. I'll get around to watching.
Yeah, and another award that happened this week was Batman became the first superhero with a star on the Walk of Fame. To get a star on the Walk of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, it happened this week.
Wow. Who was present for that?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, was it? I mean, I think Bob Kane passed away.
They're both dead.
Bill Finger's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who was there. You know
maybe
what I'm saying?
Maybe his family. Maybe like Bob Kane and them's family.
Wow. That's wow. Hey. Yeah. He's in my top 2. So yeah.
Not saying I'm surprised. I'm not surprised it was him, but most are surprised it was him. Like over Superman to become
over the first. Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they would argue that Superman's more recognizable, but that's a close argument. But
Batman's Batman.
He's if you can be anything you want in the world, be it. But if you can be Batman, then be Batman. Like, it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty dope. I did not know that.
Yeah, I
I
thought
did
I'd
not.
share because, like you said, I know
Yeah.
he's one of your favorites.
Yeah, he's in my top 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. Just told somebody that today. I said Wolverine, Batman, and my distant third is Spider-Man. Believe it or not. Yeah. Huh.
None of
And
this surprised me.
what? None of those surprise you?
No, none of this. No,
I
none of this
honestly
surprised
think
me.
you could look at it as adolescence, puberty, and adulthood. If you look at it, yeah. But Wolverine, I think I told you for years, is like my secret favorite. But anymore, I've just gone public. I've just gone public with it. So yeah. Yeah. Any other news?
Yeah, a trailer dropped for Bong Joon-ho's next movie. He was the director of Parasite, award-winning director,
Oh wow.
Snowpiercer, those
Yes. Oh, he did
flicks.
Snowpiercer too.
He did Snowpiercer. Yeah.
Oh, never knew that. Love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Those were
Chris
his.
Evans.
Yeah, Snowpiercer, and he did Okja. I think those are his only American movies he did.
Okay. Is Octo the
Or
one like the big? Is it
Okja.
like a pig or some giant pig or something crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like that Netflix movie.
yeah. Huh. Yeah.
So the trailer dropped for his next movie. It's starring Robert Pattinson. Twilight,
Uh
the
huh.
Batman.
Uh huh.
It's called Mickey 17.
What's that? What's the
Yeah.
premise?
So the premise is Robert Pattinson plays a guy named Mickey, and he signed us up for this government thing, which basically they send him on missions. If he dies on them, they make him come back to life. They clone him.
Yeah.
So then he comes back to life. They send him on another mission,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Mickey 17 because he has died 17 times.
Okay.
But the latest time he died, he goes back to his room, and guess who's there? Another one of him. He's like, "You're
Oh.
supposed to be dead."
Oh.
Yeah. It's like some futuristic,
Yeah.
dystopian type thing happening.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember a couple years ago when Will Smith made that movie where he
Oh, Gemini Man.
yeah, it was a younger version of him coming after
Yeah,
him or
but people
something.
didn't say that was good. People
Yeah,
said that wasn't good.
it just popped in my head. Like I wonder if it was any good. But yeah.
Well, this is Robert Pattinson's same age.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
yeah,
like a younger him.
it's also a good director and it's not a Will Smith film.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll say this: the last time Robert Pattinson made trash was when Twilight. Yeah,
I'm so happy. Like, if you
Yeah.
still look at him as the Twilight actor, shame on
Yeah,
you. He's been in such good stuff after. And
Yeah.
watch the trailer. His voice, the range he has on his voice isn't crazy. Because when you watch this trailer, I was like, wait, that's Robert Pattinson? He does,
Yeah.
like, his voice sounds completely different. Then
Yeah.
you watch him in The Batman,
Mhm.
super different. Keep in mind, this
Lighthouse.
guy's British. Lighthouse, different. He was in this movie called Good Times, which transitioned him. Did you watch that?
No, I'm afraid to watch it because
super tense.
told me about it, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that,
Your
man.
heart
Like,
rate would spike beat
yeah,
up that whole movie. But he has like some Jersey accent in that.
That was his transitionary film. Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess transitionary. Yeah,
It was
But-
because after that is when he started being in all these
Yeah.
acclaimed, performances.
I could have swore that dude stopped wearing deodorant and stuff, so he'd be like less attractive to people. Like he wanted to kill the sex symbol thing real quick. No, straight up, he was like, "I'm not doing this. I'm just going to do a bunch of jacked up stuff, like not shower, and guys will start wanting me to play like hot people." So I believe it, but it worked.
It worked.
That's the only man in the history of Batman movies that said I'm not working out, and they said okay.
He's just a regular dude in that.
Yeah, he didn't work out for Batman. He was like, I'm not doing all that. He said, you better get that needle. He said, get that needle out of here. What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, but this is what we do. He's like, not me. I'm Robert Pattinson. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. Check out that trailer. It comes out in January.
Yeah, I will check that out. I'll check that out. That sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
True indeed.
And my last bit of news for you. You know, it's the talk of the town, I think. At least here in Hollywood.
Oh my gosh. What's that, buddy?
Turns out someone was a bad boy.
Oh yeah, buddy. Hold on. I got like 1,000 bottles of baby oil on my porch. I gotta go pick up.
Oh God! I thought it was 10,000.
Well, apparently it's not true. It's
Oh.
not true. None of it's true. The baby oil thing's not true. But yeah,
the 100-foot bed.
Yeah.
the
the hooking sex workers up to IV so they could keep on freaking.
Oh man.
What?
If you don't know by now.
Yeah.
We're talking about P. Diddy.
P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, call him what you want.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He was arrested.
Yes, he was. Just for being nasty. A Face on Love said, "When's being freaky been a crime?" I was like,
it wasn't just for that.
I was like, nah, dude. That was racketeering. It was sex trafficking, and it was something else. I was just like, yeah, those are all big ones.
He proposed $50 million for bail,
and they said no. He got turned down for bail twice.
He guilty.
Look, the only person that's come up and spoke up in his defense so far has been like Ray J. And
what?
Ray J isn't even defending him. He's just saying it's a sad time, for the industry and for the culture. Everybody else is just like looking like we already knew he was like that.
Everyone else is like slouching in their chairs. Like,
oh,
don't pick on me. Like a kid in a classroom when you don't know the answer and you don't want the teacher to point at you. They're all trying to stay quiet.
Well, that's what they know. They know he got everything on tape. So you better, hey, this is the world we live in, man. And I'm not trying to get political. I'm just stating that, like, rich and powerful people, they just do freaky stuff. And I don't know why. Like, you had Epstein flying people to his island. Diddy's having freak offs. Like, I don't know. If absolute power if this isn't like an example of absolute power corrupts absolutely. We've talked about this. You were already a legitimate billionaire, self-made.
Dad,
he was a what?
Dad.
What?
He was doing this before he was a billionaire.
Well, I'm just saying, bud.
He became a billionaire through what he was doing.
No. No. Yes,
he did.
Because your billions are based on your legitimate money. They can't count his criminal money when they talk about his net worth.
Laundering.
Oh my gosh. You know how much money you lose laundering money? Like, never mind. Anyways.
Okay, I do. Right, and I'm saying you have a couple accountants under your thing that their whole job is to make it look like it's legit. Well, like you just said, he has billions. I'm pretty sure he can make that look legit.
Well, you can make billions.
I'm not trying to make a conspiracy. I'm just proving the fact that him selling underwear did not make him a billionaire alone.
He sold underwear. He owned a cable network. He owned stocks in he owned shares in a liquor company. Like, he had legitimate businesses that were all profitable that you can look at on paper and see that they made money. So to me, I'm like, what is your need to do all this other stuff for? But I guess you just always want more money. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. And that's what, that threw him into the stratosphere.
But
Dad, human trafficking is a multi-billion dollar industry.
I know, and none of those people can claim it on their taxes, is what I'm telling you. All right. So you're saying Robert Kraft, suspected sex trafficker, is only a billionaire because of the sex trafficking?
No, I'm saying he has X amount, and he can do some certain stuff to make it look like it's legit.
Okay, so you're saying all those subscribers to Tidal weren't real people. They were just like him.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking, bud. In any case,
Pablo Escobar was a billionaire.
Yeah, from drugs. Yeah. But that's like a fact. That's it's a fact on paper that his billions were from drugs. What I'm saying about Diddy is you can look at the papers and see the finances and see that it was actually real money. And you're saying he laundered money.
I'm not saying it's just from that. I'm not saying he's a billionaire just from that.
Just from that. Okay. All right. That's all right. All right. I'll accept that. But in any case,
and I'm not. And also, arguing with you saying he was a billionaire, and he's like, "Let me do this because I'm freaky." No, he was always
Oh
this
no, he was
criminal.
always freaky. He was always freaky, but you can't get away with being as freaky as he was making 100 grand a year. Is what I'm saying.
I'm so
Yeah,
surprised, like, it took this long for it to
yeah,
come
yeah.
public. Like, everyone was
Like,
going to those white
like,
parties.
yeah. Everyone was for years. I mean,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx told a story about showing Puffy how to throw a party for like $500. I remember he said it on like interview because he bought fried chicken and all. It was anyways, but he tells a story about telling Diddy how to throw a party for like on the cheap,
Mhm.
which probably sounds different now when people listen to it, but
And
I
there's
don't
so
know.
many interviews of people posting about Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever you wanna call it, and he's just, like, eyeing him up. Like, the
Right?
interviewers and like, and certain stuff
Yeah,
he says, he's like, "Oh, you're his next
yeah. He
victim,
was
bro."
coming to get you.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever see the ones when he asked dudes to hang out and they're just like, nah. Like
Mm,
I saw an interview where he was talking to, not an interview, just some footage of him talking to Fabulous, like in the studio, like, hey man, when we gonna get together, man? When we gonna hang out? And Fabulous like,
yeah. Got sore,
uh,
bro.
like I mean, I got stuff I gotta do, and I'm like, wow, like they just showed a thing of like Tracy Ellis Ross taking a drink from him, and not actually taking the shot. Like he gives her a shot and she doesn't really take it. I was like, that's terrible. So who knows? Who knows? I mean, he's done. He's done. But
Yeah. I'm just so surprised that, you know,
hey,
all this is coming out, and it's like this he was in the limelight for how many years, and
yeah, yeah.
everyone just
My
joined
question
it,
is,
joined
yeah,
along.
well, my question is, who's he going to take with him?
Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I
That's my
saw. I mean,
money.
Jaguar Wright. She's like I don't want to say a failed R&B artist, but she had an early hit in like the early 2000s. She was affiliated with the Roots. She's been speaking out on like TikTok and anywhere she can for like the last 5-6 years
Mm,
about all this behind the scenes stuff with all these guys. And since this shit with Diddy happened, she's been coming at Jay-Z like he's next. Like he's next.
mm.
So we'll see. We'll see, man. Because as we know, Jay-Z is a billionaire as well. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
And then,
I just
unlike Sean Combs, I don't know what Jay-Z got his money from. He had one
Liquor.
failed streaming service.
Yeah, Liquor, a streaming service, and yeah. Jay-Z might be your obvious choice for like, I know you're up to no good,
Yeah.
but
And
who
all I'm
knows?
gonna say is Kanye going crazy makes a lot of sense.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Kanye the other one like I
Yeah.
tried to tell you, and you just thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
He was
One
like, I was
thing.
just stressed out.
Yeah, he went to one party and took a got a little couple drops of that stuff and blinked twice.
Yeah, man, was like woke up like
Yeah.
was thinking about it. Kanye is like the only one who admittedly was like into like big booty hoes and all this stuff. Like, and he
Mhm.
would shamelessly date a stripper, and he don't mess with them no more.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, I don't hang
He
out with them
married
guys
Kim
anymore.
K.
Yeah, he gives the least amount of fucks out of all of them, and suddenly
Mhm.
they're not friends no more. They're like, what did you guys?
Everyone's pointing out his video for Famous.
Okay, I can't remember that one.
If you just look at the thumbnail, it's just a whole
Oh,
bunch of celebrities in a big bed,
in a big bed. That's right.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and be like everyone's thinking, and
You
that's
think
also
that?
the album. That song's also on the album, where there's another song called "No More Parties in L.A."
Oh wow, it's
Yeah,
autobiographical.
perhaps.
Mm, mm, mm.
I ain't a
Mm.
conspiracy theorist, so I ain't in those circles.
Hey, I don't know, but we gonna find out. I mean, this ain't like
Yeah.
because if there ain't no government people on that list in those videos, oh, we're gonna hear it all.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna hear
Because
everything.
like you said, he filmed everything.
Yeah.
His
So
biggest pride is
mm.
being used as evidence against him. His biggest source
Yeah,
of pride, I mean.
it's very true. Until people start saying like, give us all, he'll be like, for every video I let you, I speak on, you gotta take some time off. We'll see Diddy out making videos in 3 years. I'll be like, wow. He's like, I told you we're not gonna stop, and we won't stop because we can't stop. Bad boy.
That's his walkout song out the court.
Yeah. They'll be like trigger warning, bad boy. People are like, oh, Diddy. Terrible. And you know who's standing strong, just laughing away? My man 50 Cent. He's just like, told you. So, you know. So we shall see, buddy. We shall see.
We shall see.
Yeah, did he do? Did he do? On I guess a more somber note, Tito Jackson passed away. Michael Jackson's older brother. He's the third oldest of the Jacksons. The 9 Jacksons. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 70 years old. I guess he had a massive heart attack. Rest in peace, Tito Jackson. He was the one with the guitar in the Jackson 5. That's all I tell people. You know the one with the guitar? That was him. Yeah.
You said Tito?
Tito. Yeah. Tito was short for Taurine or something, but I'm actually not sure. But yeah. So it was actually because I thought his name was Tito until he passed, and they actually said his full name, and I was like, oh, that was a nickname. Yeah, the more you know. So, them Jacksons, boy. Joe Jackson was a hell of a dad, for good and bad, you know. So yeah, I mean, literally all of his kids had songs on like the pop charts, hits, all of them. You know, and he may have been a terrible father, but man, you had 9 kids and all 9 of them had their name up on the billboards at one point. It's crazy. It's crazy. Even if it was just one time and it was a terrible song, but it happened.
Yeah,
it happened. You know. But anyways, we want to talk about sports for a minute.
Go ahead.
Since these Pittsburgh teams are undefeated, baby.
3-0.
Which is crazy. Pittsburgh Steelers, Pitt Panthers, right? 3-0.
Oh, Pitt to the college?
Yeah, Pitt's undefeated.
I didn't know that. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Let me double check. I have been drinking moonshine all day. But I'm pretty sure that Pitt's undefeated as well.
I know the Steelers are, so.
Yeah, Pitt's 4-0. Sorry, bud.
Oh, nice.
They had
to
go
to that.
Yeah. So, but like it's gonna come back and bite them because they beat Youngstown State 73-17 yesterday.
Jeez,
that's so uncalled for. Like that's so
that's
unnecessary.
College, you know what I mean? Like that's stuff.
Just thought I'd call some plays. Clearly, clearly. Come on, man. 73. Come on.
Yeah, that's just not even fun.
Yeah, but so yeah, they're 4-0, and the Steelers offense showed up a little bit today, and we're 3-0 now.
Yeah.
So yeah. So hey,
I mean, what you gonna do? Only AFC North team undefeated.
That's crazy. It's crazy. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. A lot of football left.
Yeah.
A month from now, we could very easily be 4-3. Be like, 3-4. Be like, what?
No, our strength of schedule gets harder after the bye week.
Okay.
Like we end with like the Ravens twice, the Browns, Bengals, and Chiefs. You know, like not in that order, but
but
I will say Lamar Jackson plays his worst games against us.
True indeed. But they're what? Are they 2-1? 1-2 now?
I don't know if they won their game.
Did they win? I'm just assuming
they started off 2-0, and they
0-2.
Yeah,
2, right?
Yeah, 0-2. My bad.
Yeah.
Which was surprising.
I mean, he made a comment about it because he was like, "I ain't used to this." Yeah, they won. They beat Dallas.
Oh, they beat. Oh, okay.
They beat Dallas 28-25. Yeah.
I figured that would be a good game. So it was a close game. They needed that, though. They needed that.
Yes, they did. And it looks like they did all the work. Oh, they almost lost it in the fourth.
That's what happens with them. Buddy, that's what happened with them last week.
Dallas scored 19 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And they scored none. That's crazy. Yeah. I didn't know that. So they're just the end of the games. They're starting to fall apart.
Yeah, because that's how the Raiders came back last week against them.
Wow. That's nuts.
And it's the Raiders, you know, they're
not
the best.
They ain't doing nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So we'll see. It's still early in the season. Mildly interested in the teams this year. How's your fantasy league going?
This week was rough. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Just injuries are hitting me tough.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
My one league. You know, I had the first overall pick in my one league.
Yeah.
If you're interested in fantasy at all, you have the number one pick. Everyone was picking Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
They played Monday night. Monday evening, they announced he ain't playing that game. Okay, one
Wow.
game. Later
Yeah.
that week, oh, he has Achilles tendonitis. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, what do you mean? And now he's
Yeah.
on IR. We don't know if
Wow.
he's supposed to be back.
Well, that was your number one pick.
That was my number 1 pick. So then
It's shitty.
I know I drafted pretty well in that league.
Yeah.
Then Cooper Kupp gets hurt. First week he scores me 32 points.
Yeah.
Second week he gets hurt. Now I don't know when he's coming back.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just getting hurt real bad with my starters.
Yeah,
It's hard to come back. It's
still a lot of football left, but
it's still I'm
football.
not giving up.
Yeah.
I'm 2-1.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Yeah. I ain't
Doing better
scared.
than the Ravens. So
Mhm.
there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my sports talk. That's my little tangent.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll slide in the anime corner real quick and then we'll get up out of here. I'm current on One Piece.
Mhm.
It is. You remember back in the day when we used to read Naruto online,
Mhm.
and you know what that felt like, waiting week in, week out. That's what it is, because One Piece is ending in January, bud. So
Yeah.
like it's September. This is it.
It's wrapping up, yeah.
This is 4 months and it's over. This is 16 weeks, right? No, that's wrong.
4
Wait.
months. 4 months is 16 weeks.
Holy shit. So that's like I only got 16 more episodes left.
Are you sure it's January?
Wait. Yeah, it's January 2025. He's ending it. I don't know if it's the beginning or the end, but it's January 2025. So
16 chapters.
that seems like not a lot. Now that I'm saying it out loud, that seems like not a lot at all.
Mhm.
But let's say 20, say end of January. But anyways, we're in this last arc, this arc, and it's going to be major. And it's like, I don't know. My anticipation for every week, I'm ready for it, and then I have to wait a week, and it fucking sucks. I still watch the cartoon. I still watch the anime week to week. Still good, even though I know what's going to happen. It's still nice seeing everything animated. You know, it's and it actually kind of helps me keep what's going on fresh. Like it reminds me of what I read as opposed to what I watched. So it's still good. Did you read Jujutsu Kaisen this week?
No, I keep forgetting about it. Tell me what happens.
It has one issue left.
Yeah.
And it's going to have probably the worst ending in anime.
Oh.
I feel like they have to announce a spinoff, bud. Because they are leaving
that's never happened. That's not a thing.
There's so
Don't
much.
think of that. That's not a thing.
Well, when I tell you that there is so much unresolved or it's been resolved badly or hurriedly, I don't know what they're planning to do that's going to make anyone happy with how this ends. Because it's just been, it hit that point with the fights where you were like, I'm tired of these fights. Like, it needs to be over. And the fights drug on. And then the way it ended, it felt like, even though these ended, it took forever. It felt like they left stuff out. And it's been so rushed since the ends of the fights. Like, it's just, I can't even describe it. Like, this episode, they basically were walking around showing you what every sorcerer that fight Sukuna was doing. That I fought Sukuna, what they were doing at this moment.
Just
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was like, and the last thing was like Yuji, Megami, and Nabora getting a mission, and they were about to go and take care of it like they did in the beginning. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
way past that point.
I'm like, so what?
In that story,
like, but when you hear about what happened to Tenjin, you're gonna be like, what? Like all the thoughts and theories on what was going on, something happened, and they rushed this end. They did something happened.
Gege's just not a good writer. Like,
but
because he only had so many. He had a couple storylines happening, and he just dropped all of them just to focus on the Sukuna fight.
Yeah, like all of them. Because, I mean, I told you when Ghetto, not Ghetto, but the guy who took Ghetto's body.
No, that is Ghetto.
No, that was Ghetto's body. That wasn't Ghetto. Ghetto was who he was originally, and then he took his body and he was somebody else.
Oh, Kenjaku.
Kenjaku, yes. When Kenjaku died, remember, I was like, he can't be dead. There's no way that's how that guy dies.
It was so
like, it was just like, it
sorry.
was like so anticlimactic. I'm like, there's no way. And then sure enough, yeah, he really died like that. And I feel like
that's
I'm
crazy because I thought he talked too after.
Yeah, he did. He talked, and then was like,
and like something flew away his
and
head.
then the ball went out of him, and then Sukuna ate it. And I'm like, well, that has to mean something. And apparently, it means nothing. That might have been Tenjin inside. I don't know. It's just, it's not good now. Like, and it's a shame. And people will probably get mad, but if the writer has to spend pages actually explaining how things work, you're doing something wrong. Like,
yeah, he does exposition dump.
Yeah, he does, and it don't want to be dialogue. It'll just be like him explaining it. Like, this is what this does. This, you're like, geez, this is crazy,
and it's so confusing.
And then you're still confused. Like, what? Like, so I don't know, but we'll see how it ends. One more week, when whereas One Piece has another break week, and I'm like, you're killing me, Smalls, you're killing me. But it is what it is. But can't have it all. We're going to be on a hiatus next week.
Yeah, no new episode next week.
Yeah, so sorry, people, but we'll be back before you know it.
Yeah. And and don't worry, there's still going to be stuff on the Instagram and TikTok. So we're not completely ghosting you guys. Just no new episode next week.
And now you can watch full episodes on Spotify now, right?
Yeah, definitely YouTube. Like,
definitely. Oh, is it YouTube?
Definitely YouTube. Because
so crazy. I don't know if I want to look at my face for a full episode, but
yeah, some people like that. I don't know.
Some people must. They must. Buddy. But I guess until next time, then. He's Son.
And he's Pops.
And thank you for listening. Be kind to each other, people.